Hey, good morning, Paul. This is a demo video for you for your Aurora. This is by Electrum Sabercrafts. I tried to hurry up and get this done for you so that I could send this to your state's address instead of Canada. So hopefully we got that all nailed down. All right, this was converted over into a Proffie. It's a 2-button setup, so I gave you, it's much like the other one that I did for you. I gave you 2 tactile switches. So you'll have the front tactile, which will be your power, and your back tactile, which will be your auxiliary. All right, you've got a Carl Chan PCB in here for your Neopixel connector, and then how to get to the chassis is you just want to unscrew the pummel. All right, so we'll take this off real quick. You'll see your speaker right there. You can go ahead and just take this and pull it straight out. Don't turn it, just pull it straight out. Reason for that is I'm using these wireless PCB connectors for the switches. So you've got that 3-trace switch right there. And it may be a little hard to see. Yeah, it's not going to show up very well. But on the underside, let me see if I can shine a flashlight in there. On the underside of the switch box, you can see like 3 prongs sticking out or down into the chamber. And that's what makes connection with those three traces, all right? And then you've got a blade side PCB back there that never comes out. Let me turn this off real quick. All right, so that's what the Saber looks like. This is your chassis. So you got that 3-piece we talked about, a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. You have a removable battery right here, so spring side. A 7-pin PCB system right here that makes contact with the blade side PCB. And then, of course, your Proffie board right here. This has the stock font package on it. Because you like to do your own thing. So there is not a copy of the config file on the SD card because it's so basic. All right, but if that's something that you need, let me know. I'm happy to email that over to you. Easy access, though, to your SD card and your micro USB from there. Just use a pair of tweezers or something and pull that right out, and then you can get an L-shaped or 90-degree shaped data cable like this to fit right in there. Okay, it goes right in there. Plenty of room. And then lastly, I gave you a kill switch right here. All right, so let's go ahead and throw a battery in. You'll want to, actually, you don't have to take the sticker out on this one. I've got the sticker off on my test battery, but it does not require you taking the sticker off on this particular chassis. All right, but once we get the blade or the battery in there, we can come over here and hit power. All right. When you put this into the Saber, you'll notice there's a channel right here for your PCB traces, right? That channel goes all the way up to the very edge of this chassis, and you want to make sure that that's facing up towards the control box because that's what lines this guy up properly. All right, just throw it all the way in just like that. You can see it kind of bouncing off those pins right there if I push it. The pummel is what's going to lock that all in. All right, so we'll take our pummel, screw it on, come over here and hit power. Turn the slide off. So your LEDs are firing up there. Auxiliary in the back. And then we'll turn it off and throw a blade in. I'm going to use my TriStar test blade, but this is set up for a full-length blade. All right. Go ahead and put this all the way in there. I'm not going to use the blade retention because the blade socket is pretty tough. But if you ever want to use it, of course, it's right there. What you don't want to do is don't loosen this grub screw right here that's in the brass piece. That is for your Neopixel holder, and that's what's holding that in place. So just leave that alone. All right, we'll come over here and hit power. This flash on fire. Go to another one. Smooth Jedi. Of course, blaster bolts is just tapping auxiliary, right? Blade lockup is holding the aux down and hitting the Saber. And then your soundtrack is a long press on the power when the Saber's off. This particular one starts off a little low and then gets higher. It is a stock font music track. And then the same thing to turn it off, right? Just a long press on the power. Turns it right off.
Smooth gray.
Very solid once everything is together. And that's pretty much it. It is possible when putting this pummel on to crank it too hard. You don't really want to just crank it so tough. You will make those pins misalign. So if you take it and you put it on really tough and it's not doing anything for you, back it up just a hair and everything is fine. All right. So when we're done, we can go ahead and take this off. I'm actually going to leave this saber on so I can show you the kill switch works. Take the pummel off. Slide our chassis out. You can hear that it's still on until we come over here and flip our switch, and it kills everything just like it should. All right, so when we're done, you can either leave your battery in with the kill switch flipped, or if you want to take it out, come over here from the positive side by your Neopixel connector and just pop it out with your finger just like that. And that is basically your Electrum Aurora. Let me know if you got any questions, and I'll get this out first thing Monday morning. Thanks.